Hey players, welcome back. I'll be talking about this whole debacle with Tickety Talk and Frumpy Dump being in cahoots in my next video. But this first video is going to be dedicated to Nelly and his shenanigans. Grab your tea, have a seat, let's get into it. So Nelly went on to a podcast where he is desperately trying to defend his decision to perform at one of Frumpy Dump's inaugural balls. As we all know, Nelly is now facing backlash for this decision. So he basically decrees and declares that he is an American patriot and Frumpy Dump won the election. He says that he's not doing this for money. He is doing this because he is an American and Frumpy Dump won this election. He also goes on to say that this is not like the RNC where he's campaigning for anybody. He didn't receive any of the $1.5 billion that Kamala raised for her campaign. So therefore, this is not the same thing. And he did not know that his political views is a reason for people to stop supporting him. Now I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with your players. If Nelly had just went ahead and kept it a bean and said, number one, he did it for the money. Number two, he is a Magamite. He supports Frumpy Dump. That's the reason why he was so quiet during the campaigning. It's because he is a Frumpy Dump supporter. And he proved that by the latter part of this interview. Now, y'all know I can't play the interview because of the copyright, but I'm going to give you a synopsis of what he said. So the interviewer asked Nelly about Frumpy Dump being a white. And so Nelly said that someone would have to show him proof of that. And then he went on to list some examples that are associated with President Biden, like the comment where he said, oh, if you're not black, you didn't vote for me. And, oh, you signed the 90s crime bill. And then he went on to make an excuse for Donald Trump refusing to rent for black people in the 80s and 90s. He said, well, people can't change. So that alone lets me know where Nelly really stands. He performed for Frumpy Dump because he is a Frumpy Dump supporter, and that is okay. That's your right. But don't get on here trying to frame this as you being an American patriot. The fact that you can rationalize in your head that someone refused to rent for black people because they are black and you are okay with supporting that lets me know exactly where you are. So if you're saying that you're putting on for St. Louis, you ain't putting on for St. Louis. You're embarrassing St. Louis. Because one thing's for certain and two things for sure, your people in St. Louis, Missouri are not going to benefit an iota from a Frumpy Dump presidency. So he let me know exactly where he stood in that. And it's ridiculous and a hot boo-boo shitty mess. For me, bye. Good riddance, and you ain't got a right. At the end of the day, he should have did exactly what Soulja Boy did, which was told the truth. Soulja Boy said he did that for a bag.
Obama ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga.
At the end of the day, Soulja Boy stood on business and said, hey, they paid me a bag. That's what Nelly should have did. Stand on business, tell the truth, and reap the repercussions of that. It is what it is. We all knew that Soulja Boy did it for a check, just like we know Nelly did it for a check as well. All right, players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is your girl, Double D Mother, reporting once again for Black Accurate News.